Hello and welcome to Intro to Art. So, I'm Miss Schneider. I'm going to be your teacher when I return from my leave. I just want to give you a little bit of information about myself and then a bit of information about the class. So, I am a graduate of Morris High School. I graduated in 2014. I have my degree in art education from EIU, which I got in 2019. I did my student teaching at Saratoga in spring of 2019. I taught 1 year of elementary school in Joliet from 2019 to 2020, and then I've been at Morris ever since, and this is my 4th year. And then most recent, I got my master's in art education from EIU in 2022. In my free time, I take care of my 3-year-old daughter, Rose, and my other daughter, who at this current moment is unnamed, but pictures of her are to come here in the future. This is proof that I can actually make art. So this is stuff from my master's courses or from my courses in college where I did charcoal or colored pencil or embroidery or some sculpture. Now about this class. So through this class, you'll be completing about 5 projects with a few smaller projects or activities in between. With each project, you'll learn about art history, contemporary artists, and how to use certain art materials, different artistic techniques, and just in general, how to be creative. You're going to be graded based on your final projects, smaller technique-based projects, your reflections, and general participation and cleanliness during the course. So I'd like to think of, like, if you relate this to like a science class, a final project would be graded similarly to a test, where smaller technique-based projects are going to be graded similarly based on like homework or worksheets. The same thing with your reflection and then general participation. So what are the expectations? Similar to most other classes, you must be productive during a majority of the class period. You must demonstrate respect for others and for yourself. You must respect others and yourself in this classroom. That is absolutely one of the major things that I'll be looking for. And we have a lot of materials that we use during class. You need to make sure that you're cleaning up after yourself and leaving the room in better condition than when you found it. Like if you take something out, put it back where it belongs. Don't just leave it on the desk for someone else to deal with it. And then, of course, you need to come prepared to class with any materials you may need and a charged Chromebook. So for this class, you're going to be needing your Chromebook, obviously, especially while I'm gone, because a lot of the instructions are going to be given through PowerPoints and through video explanations. So you need to come with a charged Chromebook. And then you're also required to have a sketchbook for this class as well. So materials you need. You need to have a sketchbook for this class. You're going to be using it for weekly sketchbook assignments, planning sketches, notes, etc., etc. So there are requirements for this. It must be a 9 by 12 sketchbook, so that's the size. And preferably it should be multimedia paper, which is just heavier paper, so that when you might be painting or collaging on it, the paper can hold up. It's not like printer paper where it's going to be really thin. So you can find this like at Walmart or any craft store, or you can just click on this Amazon link and order the one that's linked there. Grading. So you're going to be doing sketchbooks. So on Mondays, you're going to be assigned a sketchbook prompt based on a sheet that's going to be handed out to you. This is going to be homework. So this is going to be done at home, or if you finish something early in class, you can also work on it then as well, but it's mainly to be done at home. It's assigned on every Monday, and then it's going to be turned in on every Friday for 15 points. You're going to be given 10 participation points a week based on your work during class. If you're distracted or off task, be prepared to lose points. So, like if you're doing other homework on your phone a lot, be prepared to lose points. You're going to be graded based on classwork, which I mentioned earlier, like the smaller learning activities, which are related to like worksheets that you would do in other classes. This would look like completing notes or completing sketches or doing just general learning activities. And then the largest part of your grade is going to be projects. Your projects are going to be around 40 to 60 points each, and it's just better to think of them as like a test. So these will be graded based on a rubric that will be passed out at the end of every project. So I want you to, as a group, look through the syllabus when you're all done with this video. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make a name tag. So you have a home in this classroom. It's in the black drawers, which are at the front and in the back of the classroom. And we want to have them be decorated. It's something that you're going to be putting your artwork or your sketchbook or any projects that you do. That's going to be your home base. It's going to be in your drawer. You're not going to be expected to take that with you everywhere you go. So you want to make a name tag that looks nice. After you read through the syllabus, you're going to be given a small strip of paper, and on that, you're going to be putting your first and last name. It must be present and fill a majority of the space. A majority of the paper must be filled in with color or pattern. It must be neat and well planned, not just your name scribbled on the piece of paper. And I want it to be a representation of you. Um, so this is what I don't want, which is just your name and a blank color. I want it to have pizzazz. I want it to be an actual representation of you, have a lot of color, have a lot of pattern, have a lot of shading, and just take your time and work on that. So now that I am done talking at you, I want you to read through the syllabus, have any worksheets that are getting passed out, fill those out, and then you are going to be making your name tag.